This is the Because Fiction podcast, where we chat about all things Christian fiction. I'm your host, author, and insatiable reader, Shatona Havoc. And guys, we have with us a new to me author. I wanted to read this book early, guys. You have no idea. I'm just like, but I didn't. I was good. I waited so that I don't do spoilers because I like you. But now I can read it because we're going to be talking. Yay! Anyway, welcome, Terri McAdoo. She is the author of Tattooed Woman at the Well. And guys, wait till you hear about this book.
Hi, Shatona. Thanks for having me. Nice to meet you.
Oh, this is great. So, guys, she's on the other end of the country, so her day is ending and mine is just beginning, and life is good.
That's right.
So we both say that we're both tired because I can't wake up today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, so this book was the Genesis winner. What year was that? I can't even.
It won in 2021. And
Awesome.
it was right in the middle of the pandemic when we did not have a live conference that year. So that was an interesting twist that year for me.
Right? Yeah. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay, so guys, you should hit pause and go see the cover because the cover just says so much. I was looking at this going, wow, that is impressive.
Oh,
Anyway, it's just like so cool. So if this is the Genesis winners, this was your debut?
Yes, this is my first novel.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what made you do this? Because I mean, I'm reading the synopsis, guys, and I'm like, this feels very Count of Monte Cristo-ish to me. And yet it's not like there's any reason for me to say that other than there's obviously some sort of vengeance thing going on. But
Right. Yes. Yeah, so I actually have three jobs. One of them is own a writing and editing agency, and this is my 30th year in business. Hooray.
Congratulations.
Thank you. The second one is I'm an adjunct professor at Seton Hall University. I've been there for 20 years. But about 10 years ago, I looked at the volume of content I was creating, and I thought, I have got to start writing books. I have so many stories to tell. And at the time, I was trying to write murder mysteries. I love a good murder mystery, but I could not figure out clever ways to murder people. I knew that I would be reading, and by page 12, they would figure the whole thing out. So I was sitting on my front porch. It was a spring morning. I remember it so clearly. And I was talking to God, and I said, what do you want me to write? This murder mystery thing is not working for me at all. So all I heard from him was take care of your garden. So I have these beautiful iris gardens. So I just went out and started working my iris gardens. And Shatona, all of these ideas just started raining down on me. I knew my character was going to be a tall, unusual looking woman. I wanted to give her a job that I'm not seeing in stories right now. So truck driver just popped in my head. I wanted there to be irises in the storyline because that's a whole separate story in itself. And I wanted her to be covered in tattoos. Now, here was my problem. I'm not a truck driver and I have no tattoos.
But irises, so I'm just saying.
But I tell you what, as soon as I committed to the idea, truck drivers showed up everywhere. I mean, I would go to dinner and there would be truck drivers. I would go to church, a new truck driver would join the church. It was amazing. So I'm a big believer that, God gives you an idea and then he'll give you those resources to take care of it.
Right.
So much.
Yep.
So, but what I had to do was, because of this, I knew if I was targeting the truck driving community, I had to get the details correct. I couldn't make any mistakes. And so I just set out on this journey and started interviewing truck drivers, riding with truck drivers. I would sit at truck stops and just stare at people. I know that's creepy, but that's what I would do.
It's what we do. We don't have a choice. We got to get it right.
And so it was just a wonderful experience doing the research. And I found a Christian tattoo artist in Pittsburgh, and he owns a shop called Brother's Keeper. And he literally has Bible verses and images from the Bible all tattooed all over his body. And so when people sit in his chair for 3 to 4 hours, they ask, "Hey, why do your knuckles say from east to west? What is that a picture of?" And he literally ministers to them while they're sitting in his chair.
Oh, wow. That is so cool.
So I got to watch him work. He showed me, what his tools are. So I did my research on the tattooing. So the book kind of takes the reader through the world of truck driving, tattooing, temptation, and it's all centers around this unusual woman named Blue.
And I'm still sitting here ever since you said tend your garden. All I can think of, my brain is still stuck on this.
Okay.
My first thought was in the woman in the garden state. Okay.
You're absolutely right. Isn't that funny? It is funny.
Yeah. Basically, bloom where you're planted, woman.
I know, right? Right. They say, write what you know. Well, that's the one thing I know.
I love it so much. I just can't get that out of my head.
You know,
Okay. So who is Blue?
So Blue is a 32-year-old woman who was raised by her grandfather at the age of 3. You find this out early in the book. I'm not giving anything away, but he was a truck driver. And so that's where she learned to love truck driving. Her mother passed away when she was little. Her mother named her Blue because her eyes are the color of Windex and she smells like cheese. So her mother thought Blue was a good name. She is in love with truck driving from a very young age. And so she is obviously in a profession that is male dominated. So she
Right.
faces quite a bit of interesting scenarios on the road. And one in particular where a thug kind of attacks her. And again, that's early in the story. So you know about that soon. And Blue decides that if she can find this guy and get her revenge, then her life is going to be fine. She's got her truck, she's got her apartment in Jersey City with her flowers she's growing on the top of the apartment building. She doesn't need anybody else. She doesn't need anything else. She just wants to get revenge on this guy who's maimed her. So she sets out on this journey of revenge. And it's really a redemption story, is what happens in the book.
Right.
She also is dealing with grief in the book because her grandfather does die. Again, you find that out pretty soon. And that was her life. And so she's got to navigate grief throughout the storyline as well. But the other thing I wanted to do in the book, because of the truck drivers I interviewed, is I wanted to tell some of the wild stories I heard from these truck drivers. I'll tell you what, truck drivers have some crazy stories. I mean, hilarious, frightening, you name it. They have some stories to tell. And so
Yep.
in the book, I wanted to add an element of humor with some of those stories. So I hope those come to life for people and they enjoyed that part of the book as well.
Oh man. I've the stories that my uncle and my brother have told.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're you can't make this stuff up, guys.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm just saying they are those kinds of things that you're just like, you can't make this up. And this is only the second book that I have ever heard of where a woman is a truck driver. And the other one I just read.
Okay.
It's so weird. Dana Mintink's Fire Mountain has a woman truck driver. She's not really driving in it because she has no memory, but other than that, but she's found in her rig. And I'm just like, it was so funny when I pulled this up and I was like, I want to read this because I had just finished that book. I know it's been like 3 weeks since I finished it. And I'm just going, you've kind of made me like, I want to go on a hunt for more. Obviously I have to read this one first because yes, but I know I'm going to want more. So I'm like, guys, okay, send me emails if you know about more. Anyway.
That's so cool. One of the things I really enjoyed, the best review I get is when somebody says, I will never look at truck drivers the same again. Because I really wanted to shine the light on a community people don't really talk about or know about.
Right.
And
yes.
People were surprised to find out, what their lives are like. And that is just the best compliment I could get, to kind of
yes,
shed some light on a different community.
Well, especially when you consider our lives are dependent on truck drivers.
Yes.
We don't exist without them.
Yep.
I mean,
right. Yep.
Our food, our mail, every item that we own was on a truck once.
That's right. Yep. You know,
It's like farmers. Without those two,
food.
we die.
It's so true. It's so true. So it's an interesting community, and it sounds like you have family members in that community. So
Yeah, that my uncle and my brother both for years were truck drivers. And my sister actually was she took the classes, she did the runs, and she was like, I hate being on the road.
huh,
So she decided she wasn't going to do it. But even my sister, I was like, okay.
wow.
But there is so I'm about 90 miles away from the pilot
Oh,
truck stop
yep.
near Hesperia, California.
Okay.
And this truck stop, I love it. It's the right next to it. There is the Outpost Cafe, and behind that is it's one of those office trailers. It's like a mobile home office, and that mobile home office is a chapel
Oh, good.
for truck drivers.
Yeah, good.
And I have wanted to go into that chapel so many times, but I'm like, I don't belong there. But I want to go in and just be a part of these people. If there's a chapel there, then people are using, actually I've seen people going in, so people are using it, which means that there are men and women on the road that are driving down the road that spent time in a chapel
Yeah.
before they got back on that road. And I'm like, that is so beautiful.
That actually is what really launched my story for me. I saw one of those chapels at a truck stop in Pennsylvania, pulled in, walked into the chapel, and the chaplain was there, told him what I was doing, and he began to tell me about their ministry. And anybody can walk in there. They encourage tourists to come in. They have newsletters and Bibles and food, all kinds of things. So yeah, I would encourage anybody to stop in at one of those if they get a chance.
I may have to do that next time I'm there. I mean, I stop. That's where anytime I go out of town, we're going down south, and it's midway between where we are and where we'll end up almost every time.
Yeah.
So I'm always stopping there, refilling before I get on the road home, because it's 90 miles home and there is nothing between there and home. So I want to make sure my gas tank is full in case I have to like detour somewhere because of an accident and I'm going an extra 200 miles out of the way. That could happen, guys. I'm just saying. So I just want to be sure. So I always stop there, always use the restroom, always buy a bottle of water or something, because I'm not going to use the restroom if I don't buy something, because that just seems rude. I know I bought gas, but I've got issues, guys. Just ignore me. So anyway, but next time I think I'm just going to go in. Do you know if they have, I've never looked because I've never gotten that close to the door, but do they have like unusual hours? Is it open usually 24?
It's usually open. It depends on the chapel. They will almost always have a Sunday service because, truck drivers can only drive so many hours at a time, and then they have to stop and they have to rest so many hours. And so the chapels kind of help fill some of those time slots for them, gives them a safe place to go. And what's interesting, I learned a really good lesson that other writers should be aware of too in this whole process of meeting with truck drivers. One of my final readers of the book is a female truck driver, and she's covered in tattoos, and she's not a big reader, but I wanted her to read the story and make sure I didn't mess up anything,
Right.
And sure enough, she caught some very, very detailed things that I would have no idea. I would not know. So, for example,
Oh, that's so cool.
I had Blue driving down, making a delivery off the Garden State Parkway. And she says, no, no, no. Truckers aren't allowed on that section of the Garden State Parkway. You need to put her on the turnpike. I had no idea.
Ooh.
So important as writers when we do our research to get a subject matter expert, whether they're your reader or not, but to have that subject matter expert. And I don't know if you've had that experience as well.
Yeah, I have. And it's always the things that seem the least likely to be an issue that are the issue. And I can't tell you how many people emailed me after Stone Cold and said, thank you for getting the gas station thing right in New Jersey. And other people were like, why are they making someone else pump? That doesn't make sense. And I'm like, well, but you don't know New Jersey, because in New Jersey, you can't pump your own gas. It's the only place left. It used to be Oregon too, but now Oregon lets you.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true.
But I had to do lots of research. Like, how does it work? Are they going to let her go into the store while they're pumping? How does she pay? I mean, all the things, it was just that one little tiny little, what is it? And I actually put an actual gas station right off the, what's that tunnel? Is it the Holland Tunnel?
There's a Holland
No.
Tunnel.
That goes right into New Jersey?
Yes.
Okay, then right after you get out of that thing, there is an Exxon station there,
Okay.
and I put it in there. But, it's that kind of thing. So I'm so glad that you did that, because I would never have thought to say, "Hey, can you check out where I had deliveries?"
Yeah.
That would have been something I would have missed. Now I know to check it out myself. I mean, I'm the one that checks out words. Did they really use the word
Yes.
okay in 1824, or was it 1894 that it was finally? I mean, I'm looking at every idiom and everything to make sure, historically, that's one of the examples anyway. But it's just it's so crazy. And the problem is that sometimes they don't match. I mean, obviously where you're allowed to deliver, that's not going to change.
Right.
But one person's experience often doesn't match. You talk to two different police officers in two different states, sometimes in the same town, and one will say it's this way and the other will say it's that way. And you're like, wait a minute, now what?
It's so true. I have an ACFW chapter here in New Jersey, New York, and I'm part of that chapter. And I'm also part of a critique group within that chapter. And I am the flower expert. So when somebody writes about somebody's carrying a bouquet, picks a bouquet of flowers, I'll be like, those don't grow that time of year. You got to pick a flower. So I know a little bit.
I love it. See, now if you could just learn the desert end of it for me, that would be so great.
So hard. Oh my goodness. That's gotta be.
I have learned this year of stuff that grows here only when we get tons of rain, which is once every 50 years.
Right.
There's plants that people haven't seen before ever because they aren't that old, that they're seeing this year because of all the crazy rain we had. And so that changes everything.
Yeah,
I mean, guys, do you see how much work this is? But it's so much fun.
We just bleed over every word, every sentence,
Right. Well, and you have a great ACFW group there. You guys are just awesome.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun together and really support each other. So, in fact, when I first set out to write a book, I joined that chapter quickly, went to a couple of conferences because I had, it's different than writing for corporate America.
Right.
And I had to kind of let myself be creative, really creative, which was really freeing. I really loved that. But they've been just a super group, really supportive.
Oh, love it. Love it so much, so much. Okay. So this being a debut novel, people don't know what to expect from you. So if someone says, I like XYZ author, who is that going to be if you go, oh, well, then you'll like my book?
Yeah, so anything I write, or at least up to this point, is somehow you'll see a grandparent-grandchild relationship, because I think that is such a precious relationship. So that will be evident. I write contemporary stories, so it will be a modern setting. I don't write romance. There's a hint of romance in this book, but I will tell you, when my chapter writers read their sections on romance, I just giggle. I can't help it. I'm so immature. But I just blush and giggle,
Right?
But
yeah, that's me.
That's you too. I also like to write stories where some healing has to take place, but I want to make sure that my stories capture the truth about our human nature, which is this: that when we feel neglected or criticized, we feel, like we don't matter, we tend to start chasing after things that we think will make us feel better. And it doesn't always work out that well. And Bleu does that. She shows that in the book. She's chasing after revenge because she thinks that's what's going to make her feel better. But it is a story that captures the importance of community and finding your people and asking for help when you need it. And that's kind of a theme that runs through all of my stories. So I didn't really point to a specific author, but if you like humor, if you like, the roller coaster ride of human emotions from grief to, giggles, if you like a modern day story, and I'm also going to give you something that is not, you don't see a lot of in literature right now, or in novels right now. I'm trying to capture, like, for instance, the book I'm working on now is about a Lenape grandmother. So I'm trying to capture some lives that people have not really looked at very closely. Does that help?
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's exactly what we need.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so excited. So this is your debut novel. What are we gonna see next?
Yeah, so my plan is to publish again in 2027. I'm close. The story again was a finalist in the Genesis Award, and I've workshopped it quite a bit with my writers group, and I'm now kind of doing some beta readers, other readers, subject matter experts. It is a story about a Lenape grandmother and her relationship with her granddaughter, and it's a story of telling the truth about who you are and your past. And I don't want to give away too much, but I'm really excited.
Right.
I'm so excited about it. And to write that book, I had to travel to Oklahoma, which is where I'm from, and interview.
Oh, me too.
Are you?
Yep, I was born in Duncan.
No kidding. I'm from Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
So funny.
That's cool.
As a one.
Little Okie buddies over here.
I know. So I had to go there, and there are a couple of tribes there. I got to spend time with them and interview them about their culture, and it's just I'm really looking forward to the next book too.
Oh, me too. So you're going to have to come back and tell us all about that one, because we're going to want to know all the things. And 2027, guys, I know that sounds like it's so far away, but we are over a quarter through
Right.
2026 already. Can you believe it?
No.
I just wait, what?
Huh?
So it's a long way, but it's not nearly as long as you think.
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there. Just putting that out there. Boy.
I think I mentioned to you, I enjoy your book reviews that you do. And I love to read. And I went down this path where I was going to read books that were all set in a library or a bookstore. And so I got like maybe 10 books I've been through on that. And then I just told my family, look, for my birthday, I want you to get Shatona's series, because you've got this beautiful series that I've got to read to add to my collection here of stories set in a bookshop.
Oh yeah, oh man. It's so much fun writing about bookstore owners. And it's funny because they're all so very different.
Yeah.
It's neat to be able to see how different each one is. And I just realized that technically I only have one guy owner.
Okay.
And I'm like, I need more guys. So I think when I go to Flippin' Arkansas, I think I'm going to have to make him a guy.
Yeah. Okay.
And how can I not write a book? I didn't know that Flippin' Arkansas existed.
Uh-huh.
I didn't. I mean, who's ever heard of it, right?
Right.
But let me tell you something. When you find out about a place called Flippin' Arkansas and you're writing about bookstores, you have to do one, because the title of all my books is the name of the store.
Yeah.
Flippin' Pages. Come on. Come on. It's gotta be.
Have to do it.
I must. That's
It
so
is
funny.
amazing how things just kind of work out, isn't it?
Right? I've been planning on one in Chewelah, Washington for so long, but I may end up going to Arkansas first.
My mother was born in Arkansas. I'm going to have to ask her if she's ever heard of that place before.
Right. I had never heard of. I mean, it's really not that far from the area of Arkansas that I know.
Mhm.
I mean, it's more central than the area I know, but still, it's not that far. I'm just like 2 hours maybe. I'm just like, wait, what? I mean, okay, guys, I'm in the desert in California, 2 hours from someplace.
Uh-huh.
We do that to get a burger. Okay. I mean, it's just like, this is nothing. But I was just, oh man, I just had to do it. So yeah, I'm going to be going to Flippin' Arkansas and trying to find a story there. I don't know what this story is going to be. I mean, the last one was the easiest one I've written,
Really?
because it's about a real store.
Yeah.
And the real people are in the store. I mean, the story itself isn't real.
Right.
The whole what's going on here, but the history of the store and the place. Obviously, I do a lot of immersion into that place. You can read my book and go to that town, and you will know where to eat. You will know where to go for fun. You will.
So let me ask you this. It sounds like you probably really enjoy the research aspect as well of writing.
I do. What I enjoy the most is the research that I don't have to rely on only perception,
Uh-huh.
because even historical primary sources, it's still that person's perspective.
Hmm.
I almost said perceptive, and I don't even know what that would mean, but it's their perspective. And that means it's unreliable, even though it is real and it is true and it is everything, but it is still filtered through there. And unless you have something where everybody's opinion of the time, you're still getting one person's, and it messes with my brain. I want to know facts.
Right.
When I go to, like, I went to Greenville, there's one lady who's like, this is the only place in town to get coffee. All the other coffee in town is terrible.
Uh,
And then you talk to other people and they're like, oh, no, this is the best coffee in town. These other ones are good, but this is the best one in town. And all of which is true to the person who says it.
right. Exactly. Well, I'll give you an idea for a great way to conduct and fun way to conduct some research.
Please.
When I was working on my Lenape grandmother book, I sent an invitation to all the women in my neighborhood to come over for coffee and cake. And I said, all I want you to do is come and tell me your favorite memory of your grandmother. And so we sat around for hours, and I just had this amazing wealth of information dumped on me. And I will tell you, some of the stories were very sad stories. Some were funny, so memorable, but just to let people tell their stories, that's kind of a
Yeah.
powerful thing. It really is. Just let
Yep.
them talk. Just let them tell their
Yep.
stories. Because nobody, in our society, we go to parties or whatever, and we don't get to really tell our stories. It just doesn't happen. So
Right. Yeah.
just an idea
Yeah.
for a kind of research that's really fun.
It's a lot of fun to get people, once you get them going,
Yes.
and you get them to really just start sharing. You get a perspective that, again, it's real. B, it's unreliable in the sense of 100% truth,
Yeah.
but there is no 100% truth in someone's telling of exactly what happened.
Uh-huh.
Like a witness to a crime, you've got 20 people that all saw the exact same crime, and they will tell you all different
All
things.
different things, right? Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what makes a good story.
Yes. Yes. It does.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah. And I can't wait to tell some of those stories because, like I said,
Yes.
some of them are sad, some of them are hilarious, and just getting to spend time with people like that, your neighbors, And I did give them a prompt. All I said was just bring your favorite story of your grandmother. And so it helps to prompt them just a little bit, so they at least feel like they're prepared. They don't know what's happening, but they think they're prepared.
Right. Well, that might be really, really helpful if I can, like, put an ad in the flippin'
Uh-huh. Yeah.
newspaper or something that says, come meet an author and tell your story of flippin',
Exactly.
what brought you or your family here? What is your favorite memory of here or something? That kind of thing. It might just be fun, and then hope that someone actually shows up.
Well, and it would be great publicity for the bookstore owner too,
Yeah.
because we just got a bookstore here in Jersey where I live, and I'm so thrilled. We now have a real bookstore here in town. I don't know, how long they'll be here, but I'm so thrilled that they're there. Want to support them as much as I can.
Exactly. Exactly. We had the best launch party for crosswords in Greenville there. And it just, like, we sold out in 45 minutes,
Oh,
and I had a lot of books.
nice. That's excellent. That's great.
It was so, so cool. But, people came just left and right. And I would say 80% of them at least 75, but probably 80% of them were there to support the bookstore.
Nice.
That's why they came.
Yeah.
They bought the book because it was about the bookstore. They cared about those bookstore owners who care about that town and they know it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there were some that know me because I go to a writing retreat there every year. Some of those people came for me.
Yeah.
Yes. But almost everyone came for the bookstore. And that I thought was the most beautiful thing. And I think that's why we sold so well.
Right.
Because it was about the store.
You know, you mentioned a launch party, and I had so much fun with my launch party. I wanted to do something different because I've been to other launch parties before, and you know how the author will read sections of the book or whatever. So what I wanted to do something different because I just couldn't see myself standing up there and just reading to all these people.
Right. I'm with you.
So when I sent out the launch party invitation, I told everybody to wear something blue. I didn't tell them why, but one of the excerpts I wanted to read was why she got her name Blue. And so instead of just reading excerpts, there was a game attached with each excerpt. So whoever they voted who wore the best blue, and they got a prize. You know, so it was fun to actually tell them about the book, but make it interactive with them. That really worked well for me.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I have this book plan. I have to write it. I haven't done it yet because I still haven't figured out how to kill this person the best way. I have cliched ways. I don't want cliched ways. I want something that works for the situation, but not. So anyone, if you know how to kill people in a church, talk to me. Anyway.
That last
but
I have really hard.
I have this plan for, right? I know. I've got this plan for bunco night at a church. And someone dies, right? So we have death by bunco. All right. This is going to be great. I want the lunch party. I want to do a pop-up lunch party and go to a few different places where the lunch party is playing bunco.
Nice.
Wouldn't that be fun? I mean, I only went to the only bunco night I went to a couple after that to make sure I had, you know, an accurate thing, but I've only gone to this one place. I've done this a couple of times, and the only reason I've done it was so that I could get this right. But I'm just like it. These people, they're so invested in their game. I didn't know how to play it, so I didn't know. I can't write this book if I don't know how to play it. I can read the rules, but the rules do not give you the craziness that is bunco. If I had just read, talking research, guys, if I had just read how to play it, I would have had the most sedate, boring bunco ever.
You know,
throw in the rabbit.
My daughter-in-law just started playing bunco recently, and she was kind of dreading it, thinking, I'm not really going to enjoy this. And she's mad about it. She absolutely loves it. It's like her night out. She absolutely loves it. So I need to try it just because I hear so many good things about it.
A hoot. It is very fast paced. It is a hoot, and it is a great mixer, which I think is another reason it would be fun for a launch party, because you don't stay at the same table with the same people. You're moving all over the place. And because you're moving all over the place, you're getting to know new people. For people like me who I don't meet people well. I am naturally shy. Okay. People don't know this until they see me in a place like that. Yeah. But when you are forced to be a partner with someone you've never met before every 5 minutes,
changes.
Okay. Sometimes 10, you kind of get out of yourself long enough to just relax and actually get to know people that you would not have gotten to know if you had been playing the sedate game that I was picturing.
So do you want to murder somebody during the game? Is that what you're doing? Yep. Oh my goodness.
Do you know how hard it's going to be to kill someone during bunco that doesn't require poison?
I know. Yeah, you got to sidestep the poison thing, don't you?
Yeah, because I mean that's been done and done and done again.
Yeah,
but you've got a room full of people. How are you going to kill someone? I don't want to do poison. I don't want to do allergy because in my mind that is a poison.
Yeah.
So now what? You know, and I have one idea. I just don't know if it's going to work. I just don't know.
Well,
I should ask my daughter. Maybe she would know.
Like I said, I tried writing murder mysteries and I just couldn't do it. So I'm no help in this department. But if you need about flowers, just let me know. Just hit me up.
Right? Oh man. Maybe I need to do the whole lily water thing. But see, that's poison. So yeah. little ground up oleander or something. I don't know. But
Hey,
I just read a book where someone used oleander flowers steeped as the poison. Yeah, that was good. I should have caught it and I missed it. I felt so stupid.
you'll think of something and it will just hit you like a baseball bat. Because
Well, which is why I've been planning this book since 2018
okay,
and it hasn't happened because reasons. I will get it. Like I said, I have the one thing, but now I didn't realize until we were talking. See, I'm so glad that you brought this all up so that we could go round and round in circles to this thing that's totally unrelated to what you brought up so that I could go, oh yeah, but now Kayleen knows about that.
uh-huh.
And she didn't back then,
Yeah.
but she does now. And maybe she could tell me, oh, this could be cool. Anyway, where should readers go to find out more about you, your book, and to get updates on when the next book is coming and all the fun stuffness?
Okay, I have a website, terrimcadoo.com, TerriMcAdoo.com. And you might enjoy visiting Blogberg, which is my cyber city where I take something ordinary and kind of make it fun and extraordinary. So
That is
I had my dog write my blog one time. I talked about why I get my best ideas when I'm on the toilet one time. I asked
yeah.
talk about my tradition of gnoming people when they come to visit. So that's one place they can dig in if they're really interested in getting to know me a little bit better. I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, and then of course on Amazon, there's a bit of information about me there as well.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, this has been fun. I knew I was going to have fun, but I had even more fun than I thought. So welcome to the funness, guys. But thank you so much for coming and chatting with us and telling us about the book. And now I can actually read the book. Not that I've been drumming my fingers or anything. And guys, doesn't this sound amazing? I'm just saying.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
This has been awesome. Meanwhile, guys, I'm going to say have a good day. Go read this good book. Guys, it is available on Kindle Unlimited as well as paperback. And I will chat with you all